Death to America, Magbar Amrika. Western media calls it religious fanaticism, but every word of that chant was written by American foreign policy. Every syllable has a CIA file number. This isn't theology, it's memory. And I'm going to show you exactly how it was built, decade by decade, from 1953 to now. 1953. Iran has a functioning democracy. Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh nationalizes Iranian oil, threatening British Petroleum's monopoly. The CIA and MI6 launch Operation Ajax. Within days, Mossadegh is overthrown, arrested, and replaced by the Shah as an absolute monarch. Iranian democracy doesn't lose an election. It gets dismantled by foreign intelligence to protect an oil company. The Shah creates SAVAK, his secret police, trained and equipped by the CIA and Mossad. Torture becomes systematic. Thousands disappear into prisons. 1964, the Shah grants full diplomatic immunity to all US military personnel in Iran. American soldiers can commit crimes on Iranian soil with zero consequences. It's called the Capitulation Law, and it radicalizes an entire generation. A cleric named Ruhollah Khomeini speaks out against it. The Shah exiles him. 15 years later, Khomeini returns. The Shah falls, and the US embassy is stormed. Death to America isn't born from the Quran. It's born from Operation Ajax, from SAVAK torture chambers, from the Capitulation Law. 1980, Iraq invades Iran. 8 years of war, hundreds of thousands dead. The United States gives Iraq satellite intelligence and dual-use technology. When Saddam Hussein uses chemical weapons on Iranian soldiers and civilians, Washington stays silent. Then, in the middle of that war, the Reagan administration secretly sells weapons to Iran, through Israel at inflated prices, to illegally fund rebels in Nicaragua. Iran-Contra. When it's exposed, the lesson Iran learns is simple. America has no principles, only interests. July 3rd, 1988. The USS Vincennes shoots down Iran Air Flight 655, a civilian airliner. 290 people killed, 66 children. The United States never formally apologizes. The ship's captain gets a medal. For Iranians, this is proof. American power operates without accountability. September 11th, 2001. Iran quietly helps the US topple the Taliban in Afghanistan. The Taliban are Iran's enemies. 4 months later, George W. Bush repays them by designating Iran as part of the axis of evil. Cooperation gets you nothing but vulnerability. 2010. The US and Israel deploy Stuxnet, a computer worm that physically destroys over 1,000 centrifuges at Iran's nuclear facility. Iranian nuclear scientists start getting assassinated. Car bombs, remote weapons. Mohsen Fakhrizadeh, killed in 2020 by a satellite-controlled machine gun operated from Israel. January 2020, Qasem Soleimani, Iran's second most powerful official, killed by a US drone strike in Baghdad. No trial, no arrest, just execution. 2015, Iran signs the nuclear deal. International inspectors verify compliance. Iran follows every rule. May 2018, Trump withdraws unilaterally and reimpose crushing sanctions. Iran is kicked out of the global banking system. The currency collapses. The middle class is devastated. The strategy isn't invasion, it's attrition. Strangle the economy, sabotage infrastructure, assassinate scientists. Force internal collapse without deploying a single soldier. So here's what death to America actually is. For the Iranian people, it's 70 years of documented interventions. Operation Ajax, SAVAK. Chemical weapons ignored, a civilian airliner shot down, cooperation punished, scientists assassinated, a functioning nuclear deal destroyed. Every grievance has a date and a declassified document. But for the regime, the IRGC, the clerics, it's also utility. They need an external enemy to justify internal repression, to mask economic failure, to maintain the permanent emergency that keeps them in power. The Great Satan narrative is both historically justified and politically essential. Its memory and its strategy, that's the architecture. And it was built intentionally. This is the grand brief, and this is the sense we make of the chaos.